Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some new information to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Now we have just had an update, but there is a new way which could potentially help improve your game's performance on the Nintendo Switch for the Generation 9 games. We also have some other bits and bobs to go over as well for Scarlet and Violet. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over a new potential way which could help your game run on your Nintendo Switch. Now, as I just said, we have just had an update for the Generation 9 games, but if your game is still running a little bit stagnant, you know, you're still getting frame drops, you're still getting glitches and crashes and everywhere here and whatever, this is a potential way which could stop that if your game is currently saved on your SD card as opposed to your system memory. So, this was originally tweeted out by 4Fool's Minion saying, okay, wow, I just noticed something whack. I moved Pokemon Scarlet from the SD card memory to the system memory on the Nintendo Switch, and now it runs way more consistent. Like, as in, the places that used to be a slideshow are now just fine. Goes on to say, seriously guys, try this. I didn't know if I'm just really lucky, but I swear it's running better. And in order to do this, it's really simple. You just go from settings to data management and then move data between systems / micro SD card and then move it to the system memory and then you select the game, either Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. That's how you do this. And don't worry, this doesn't affect your save data or anything like that. The save data, I'm pretty sure, is already stored in the system memory. You're literally just moving the location of your Pokemon Scarlet or Violet copy. We've had people in the comments try this, saying, so I just tried it out now and it actually looks slightly better. I wonder why that's such a case. And then we have people saying, did you lose your save data? I don't want to risk this losing my progress. Nope, my save data was still intact after transferring it. And we have people saying, the save data is fine. I think that's the biggest kind of issue or like worry that people have when trying this out. But either way, your save data is apparently fine. Like, people have tried it and it should just be absolutely fine. You just literally move in the game, your save data is already on the system memory. Now, I've already got my game saved to my system memory and I've had a pretty pleasant experience with the Generation 9 games, and it could be because of this. I've had like no crashes yet. I've had minimal lag. The only lag I really get is in the water or when it's raining and stuff. That's when I really get the frame drops. I've not had any bugs, glitches, anything like that apart from like the ground kind of moving when you're like under it or whatever. But that's literally it. Like, I've seen videos on Twitter of people having like an appalling experience with these games, and like I say, if the latest update hasn't fixed that for you and you do currently have your game on the SD card, I definitely would advise you moving it to your system memory and seeing if it actually makes a difference, because people have tried it, they're saying it happens. It's got over 39,000 likes of people that are, not everyone's obviously have tried it, but a lot of these people would have tried it and it would have worked. So again, try this, see if it works. Hopefully it does, but I'm sure they'll include like more updates and stuff throughout December, or at least in the near future, that helps with these kind of issues. But it could just be a quick thing you can do now to hopefully improve your game performance and everything like that. So that's the first thing that I wanted to go over for today. The second one is someone has created a 60 frames per second mod for Pokemon Scarlet, and it runs so smoothly. Now, before I get into this, this is obviously a mod. Like, you can't get this on the Nintendo Switch, I don't think. I think this is just like an emulator running at 60 FPS because the Switch is capped at 30 FPS. So this is what it should be like if the Switch was being like able to perform better. Now, we probably won't get this until the next Switch model, whether it is going to be like the Switch Pro or the next gen Switch or whatever. That's hopefully going to have games running at 60 FPS. But this is what it potentially could look like if we were allowed to have 60 frames per second. So as you can see, the gameplay is just ridiculously smooth. Everything's just loading perfectly. There's no like lag, there's no frame drops. It is just absolutely perfect. You got people in the background not like walking in a robot kind of way, because it's just all so fluent and just nice to look at. And again, really unfortunate that we can't really experience this on the Nintendo Switch that we have at the moment. And I'm talking about both Nintendo Switch and the Switch OLED, because the Switch OLED doesn't have actually like any kind of better what's it called, like software in it. It literally just like a bigger screen and stuff. We need like a new gen Nintendo Switch to be able to run games at 60 FPS. But it's just annoying looking at this and thinking what could have been, if the Switch wasn't it's not like the Switch isn't bad, but it's just terrible that it like the fact that it caps games at 30 FPS. So games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet obviously suffer from that. Again, I'm not sure how good they would run if they were 60 FPS at the moment on the Nintendo Switch, but either way, that's just one thing that you could just take away from this. And we also have like a raid battle as well. They also posted this, which is 60 FPS in a raid battle, and as you can see, it's just also like just so fluent and stuff. It's just so nice to look at. Like I'm sure you've done some raid battles. I've done some raid battles. At parts it can be quite like stagnant and a little bit laggy and stuff, but this is just absolutely perfect. Just runs super smoothly. So that is what Pokemon Scarlet and Violet would look like at 60 FPS. But yeah, hopefully in the future for Gen 10, most likely we will be getting a 60 FPS version of it, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, this is a really helpful hint if you're trying to complete the Pokedex and you're wanting to quickly evolve your Pokemon that evolved through 1000 steps in Let's Go. So I think it's like the Pawmi line, I think the Brahmin line or whatever it's called, the Tumbleweed Pokemon. There's also one more as well, I think it's Rella. You basically have to walk with them for 1000 steps in Let's Go, not the auto battle feature, but actually Let's Go feature, and then after the 1000 steps you level them up and they will evolve. This is an easy way to do that. So I'm not sure where this Pokemon Center is. I'm not sure if you can do this on all of them or it's just this one. I think it's near the Bug Town or something, but either way, if you jump on this house and then you jump on the Pokemon Center after you like released your Pokemon into the Let's Go kind of feature, they would just do circles below you and they're just going to keep running around like that, and this is actually making them, you know, this is actually ticking off the 1000 steps that they need to do. So if you do want all of your Pokemon to quickly level up like this, or to quickly evolve, literally just send them out, walk onto the Pokemon Center, and then just go make a drink or something, because they will literally just keep doing this. There's no kind of alert to say they've done 1000 steps, but I think after like a couple of minutes you should be fine. And then, because they're doing like, I don't know, 10 steps with every circle, so eventually it'll just like do it really quickly. But it's a really cool, helpful hint if you do need to quickly level up these Pokemon to finish off the decks. The last thing we're going to go over is quite a big thing that I didn't really notice until people were kind of bringing it up and stuff, but Pokerus is no longer in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So this was tweeted out by Matt, who is of course one of the data miners in the community, saying Pokerus is no longer present in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. No assets for the Pokerus status icons exist in the game, and it cannot be found on wild Pokemon. So if you're unfamiliar with Pokerus, it basically, when a Pokemon has it and they take out a Pokemon, they usually get EV values depending on the Pokemon they take out. But the Pokerus basically doubles that, so it just makes EV grinding like even easier, and it just basically halves the time it would take. So it was a really useful thing, but they've taken it out for whatever reason. I don't know if that's because it's just a lot easier to get competitive mons in this, like with your Carboses and your Irons and stuff, and it's just giving you like 10 EVs. Expensive, but it is an easy way to do it. Yeah, Pokerus is no longer in the game, so after testing with a Pokemon forcibly given Pokerus, they still gain the usual EV yield, not double, and Pokerus does not spread. As an addendum, auto battles via the Let's Go feature do not reward any EVs, only lessened experience point gain. So yeah, a lot of people were asking about that as well. Does auto battling get you EVs? Because if they did, it'd be a really quick way of getting EVs on your Pokemon, because auto battling is really quick and saves you from having to go in and out of Pokemon battles constantly. But yeah, they don't yield EVs, unfortunately. You have to actually go into the battle and physically take out the Pokemon in the battle. You can't just use the auto battle feature. Your most optimal way of EV training will probably be normally KOing / capturing a ton of Pokemon via mass outbreaks or feeding them a lot of vitamins. Again, I made a competitive guide a couple of days ago. If you want to go watch that, it's on the channel right now, and that's like one of the fastest ways you can get like competitive Pokemon from nothing. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. Are you going to try this? If you have tried this, did you notice a difference? Again, hopefully it all gets fixed in like the next update patches and stuff. And hopefully for a lot of people, the last update did fix quite a few things. But again, if your game's still not running as well as you want it to, this is something else you could try to hopefully sort all that out. What do you think of the 60 FPS mod, and what do you think about Pokerus being scrapped from the games as well? Either way, that's everything from me. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, or ring the notification bell. That's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, peace.